Hey everyone, it's day 49 of the Vendée Globe and we're back after Christmas. I hope you've all had a good one. Certainly for the fleet, they've been experiencing some pretty unusual conditions over the holiday period, with lots of calms interspersed with a few squally conditions. But now things seem to be at least a little bit more normal at the front of the fleet as they head towards Cape Horn. Uh, they're about to reach Point Nemo, the most isolated point in the Pacific Ocean. Certainly, I think you're more likely to be closer to the space station than you are to any inhabited land at that point. We're looking at Saturday for the first boats to round Cape Horn. Looks pretty blustery as they go round, maybe 40 gusts of 50 knots. So pretty lively rounding at the Cape, and of course then into the Pacific. Out of the Pacific and into the back into the Atlantic. For the virtual players, certainly the lead group rounded Cape Horn over Christmas, so they're having a tough time negotiating a little high pressure ridge. Not very much progress has been made since rounding Cape Horn. So let's have a quick look at the tracker and see where everyone was just before Christmas. Okay, so this was the position on Christmas Eve actually, and you can see the boats were in this high pressure system. And if we just watch it roll forward, you'll see the ridge of high pressure extends quite along the ice track, which is not great, which is meant for Yannick and Thomas. They both dived to the north to try and get into better pressure. Charlie persevered in the south, but eventually also came north as well. And that's been the story really. Yannick and Charlie both extended a bit away from Thomas, and in fact the rest of the peloton caught Thomas up quite dramatically. And so the current situation is now they're in another depression. Yannick has just extended a little bit, and they finished up pretty much here at Point Nemo, where Yannick's got a good 150-mile lead over Charlie. And Thomas is still in third, but he's being hunted down by this pack of boats. You can see just incredible how close all the fleet are at this stage. You know, I've never been like this in the history of the Vendée, to have so many boats, all so close within the top 500 miles of each other. Really exciting for the Cape and of course the Atlantic back up, because a few of those boats are in good order, really good order. So let's have a quick look at the forecast. This was the low pressure this morning that they're negotiating. You can see the front there. They've just fallen off the back of that, so they're in the southwesterly winds, and really, the conditions now to the Horn look pretty quick for the lead group. If we just follow that into this time tomorrow, you see that depression moves below the ice line. They should start to carry really all the way through to Friday, and then you can see it's really quite strong on Friday going into Saturday. And that point there you see at the Horn, strong northwesterlies, which is certainly going to give the boats a bumpy old ride as they go around the Cape there. Possibly gusts of 50 knots. So it'll be fantastic if we can get some live pictures from the helicopter as they go around. Okay, so just looking a bit further back in the fleet, and you can see just behind the main group, you've got the second group here, just south of New Zealand. They went over the date line during the Christmas period, and they're going really well. They've got high pressure ridge to the north of them, decent sort of low pressure gradient to the south, and it's just giving them some fantastic sort of westerly winds, which is just driving them at great speeds, posting some really good miles. And again, really close bunch of boats, incredible, having a fantastic race all between them. And then just behind that group, you've got Charal and Jeremy Beau. He's now passed a few more boats, and so he's got a fairly big jump to get to Pip. But I suspect if he gets some favourable conditions, he may well close that gap in towards the Cape. But they're halfway around the world now, and going really well. So really good to see. Okay, we'll have a quick look at the virtual, and you can see this high pressure ridge, which is sort of blocking the routes to the north, and has been really slow painful to get through. But just above that, it's a little low pressure system that has just been energizing the lead pack, and they're all sort of hurtling around that at 20 knots at the moment, extending out from the boats that are stuck in this ridge. But as you can see on the virtual game, we're some way ahead of the actual races themselves. Sort of good 10-15 days further ahead, which of course is much easier to sit here behind your computer playing a game than it is to be there in real life. So that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed that. We're still in the sort of festive period, but I'll try and get back later in the week on Wednesday for a quick update, and maybe see if we can get Mike or Dee to come and join us as well. So have a good New Year, and enjoy the rest of the holiday, and see you soon. Bye bye.